Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Today's project is part of the Project Share blog hop and is this little gift box. And it opens like that to reveal a little bar of toffee. Makes a little change from chocolate, doesn't it? Okay. And I have used Lost Lagoon card, and then this designer series paper, which will be in the next annual catalogue launching in May. And it is called, she forgets, Frames and Flowers. It's got lots of beautiful designs, but it also has some pop-out pieces that the middle of that will pop out and be something like that kind of frame, but it also has some kind of wreath shaped pieces like these that will be fabulous, and some kind of banner ones that you could put on top of a sentiment piece or something like that. And it also has lots of little bits of flowers and leaves, and those are what I've used to decorate this piece here. I've also used another new product from the upcoming annual catalogue called Leaf Collection, just to stamp in the background on that. And that thank you is from yet another upcoming product called Simply Said. So I like that this has got thanks, kind of informal, but has a little bit more formal thank you as well. I like the combination between the kind of typeface and the script in there as well. So this is actually going to be my customer thank you gifts as well, so I'm killing a few birds with the same stone today. Now, you will need to make each of these boxes a piece of card, mine again is Lost Lagoon, that measures 6.5 by 4 1/4. So it's not quite square, so when you're scoring it, you need to make sure you've got it the right way around. Okay, so I have my 6.5 inch piece along the top there. So this is the long side, and I'm scoring that at 3/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to flip it and do 3/4 of an inch from that side. Okay, so you could do 3/4 and 5 3/4 if you wish. Okay. Then on the short side, that is just 6 1/4. Again, you want to score at 3/4 of an inch, then at 2 3/4, 3.5, and then 5.5, and that gives you another 3/4 at that edge there. Okay, so I'm going to burnish these with my bone folder. Let me just making sure that I've got them all lined up before I give that a good press. And then this one along there. So as I mentioned, this is part of the Project Share blog hop. I hop with 3 other lovely demonstrators once a month, but every week we share one of each other's projects as well on our Project Share post. So that's every Thursday I do that. So please do click on the link and head over to my blog post. That link is in the description for this video. You'll get the measurements for this, but you can also hop around to see what the other 3 ladies have come up with. Our theme for this month is 3D. So these pieces of designer series paper measure 4 3/4 of an inch by 1/2 an inch. And if I can get this glue to come out of here, then I'm going to put that the right way up on that little panel there. And there's a reason I'm doing this bit first. I don't need to do the rest of it first, but it's actually sometimes easier to put your paper on when everything's nice and flat rather than waiting until you've done all the rest. Again, I want to make sure that this is going the right way up. Which is something you don't have to worry about if you don't have a directional paper. And this one needs to be the wrong way up, because it's going to be the back piece. I should really open. Right, so that's the right way. I need it to be that way. I should really open another bottle of glue for doing videos, but there's loads in it. It just doesn't want to come out sometimes. It's just a bit camera shy, I think. And then these two pieces on the side. And to be honest, they're probably too small to figure out whether it's directional or not. So these two pieces are 1 3/4 inches by 1/2 inch. As I say, you'll get all of the measurements in my blog post. The right way? Yeah. Okay. So the finished box will actually measure 5 inches by 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so the bit I need to remember to do is this bit. So I'm using the Heartfelt Hexagon punch. This is carrying forward, although the coordinating stamp set is not. And I'm just going to use that to put a little thumb notch on, and that's why I wanted to make sure that I had my designer series paper on there first, so that we've got it all nice and neatly like that. Would you believe that I'm still coughing? Weeks and weeks after this cough started, it's still affecting me, but never mind. It just means I've got a little bit extra editing to do. And also gives me time to find my scissors. Right, so I'm going to cut up this piece here, and I'm just going to put a little wedge either side on that to create a nice little tab ready to glue. Okay. Do the same along here. Drop into it, create a little tab, take these little triangles out, and then that one. And then we need to flip it over, and we can do the same on the other side here. Okay. So straight up to that horizontal line and chop that off. So I'm really looking forward to what the other three ladies, Jane of Craft with Jane, Verity of Inky Butterfly, and Victoria of Vicky Lou Designs, come up with for their 3D projects. I think this is probably more in the comfort zone of myself and Jane than the others, but the others are a step ahead of the game, because I'm only just filming this and they've already put their blog links into our little group. So they must have been keen to do 3D for a little change. Who can blame them? Right, so this is the base parts, the bits that don't have any designer series paper. just adding glue to that tab and making a nice neat corner there, and same on this side. So just match that edge to edge there, give it a little press, and you can also use your bone folder to put a bit more pressure on it and make sure that it's well and truly stuck down. Okay, and then we're going to do exactly the same with these two middle tabs. Add glue to that. Fold it around, hold it in place, lining up those edges. There we go. Again, you can give that a press. And then we do want to do the same here, but to make sure that we've got a nice neat fit, we will glue it while it's closed. So put that bit down there like that. Got my glue on this tab, and then just bring that around there. And if there's any excess, as I have got there, you can just trim it off. But it does give you a lovely, neat finish there. So again, glue on the tab. Press that right down and then bring that round. Nice, neat finish. Lovely. That's your box. We now need to do a little bit of decorating for it. And I'll just prove that my toffee bar fits in there nice and neatly. I got the bars of toffee from Home Bargains here in the UK. I think they were 35p each or something like that. And, you know, if I'm giving these to my customers, I need to make sure that they're okay. It's really quite nice. It is really nice and dreamy creamy. So, a little bit extra decoration needed. So, as I mentioned, I used that background stamp that's called Leaf Collection, and I'm not going to do it again because I've already got plenty here for now, but I inked this up with Lost Lagoon, and then I put my piece of card down on top in place like that, and then I took my ink pad just to add a little bit of pressure but not moving the paper around to get my stamped bit there. The reason I do it that way is because my hands, my fingers, my wrists are quite weak sometimes, and I find these big blocks with the background stamps quite cumbersome to use. So I find it easier to ink the stamp and then put the card on, keep it in place, and then just give it a bit of a rub like that. So my top tip for those of us that are similarly afflicted. Right, so I need to find that little pocket of goodies again and pick some out of this to decorate this. And I also need to actually use that hexagon punch again to get a bit out there, like that. Just thought it was nicer than having just the thank you on it plain. So, and it fits perfectly along there, like that. Genius. So, what have we got? What have we got? I could maybe just actually put one of those. So instead of having lots of... So on that one I had a flower, and then I've got two sort of leafy bits. Some of them are rather large, so that one's nice and small. Let's do that. I've got that one like that, and I've got another one of these lovely little pumpkin pie. Yeah, we'll go with that for this one. I've got a few more to make. I'll just put them to the side for now. And then the other bit I wanted to do was just stamp that thank you. And I've already mounted my stamp onto this G block, and I believe this is one of the Stampin' Up blocks that is also retiring and won't be available after the end of April 2024. So if you haven't got one and you like little sentiment stamps like this and you want it just to fit nice and neatly so that it's nice and easy to stamp, then grab yourself a G block while you can. That's not straight, Heather. Trying not to get my head right under, but if I don't, I can't really see what I'm doing. That's not straight either, for goodness me. Right, bear with me. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stand up so I can see better. I've no excuse. It's a photopolymer stamp, for goodness sake. I can see through it. I've just moved that, haven't I? Yes. Honest to goodness. You know, they say third time's a charm. I think they mean 4. That'll do. Oh, lordy. So now I just want to cut this. I'm going to get my bigger scissors. I could use my trimmer, but that will do. So that is going to get stuck in the middle of here. So we went to the bother of trying to make sure that that was stamped straight, so maybe we should think about putting it on straight too. Oops. That'll do. Then I want to pop this on with dimensionals. Take the backings off. And I want to line up that edge with the edge of my designer series paper, and the top and bottom with the edge of the actual box. Like that. Then I'm going to put this one down first. That one up there. This little one. Down here. And then I'm going to pop that up with a little dimensional too. And have that just on the edge there like that. And final touch is the gems. So I'm using these Tinsel Gems 3-pack, and I've got Lost Lagoon here, so I'll put one of them there, one of them missed it. One of them on there, like that. There we go. I have 2 of my thank you gifts, customer thank you gifts done. And I will just need, oops, I will just need to crack on and do a few more. That's better. Couldn't possibly send that to someone with that little bit of glue on there. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please do click on that subscribe button. Click the bell to get notification the next time I upload a tutorial. And please do check out the Projects Here blog hop. The link's in the description. Thank you. Bye-bye.